Hi, this is for something. The Wolves players like to stand up during the game, and you should smiling at them in the middle of the game. Uh, how do you how do you think about them standing up, and did it affect any of your gameplay?
No, for us, it's overall looks like more funny because we used to it since like 2023 when we play versus, for example, Boosty or Celsius and stuff. Um, for me and for a team, I don't really think that it's affect us. They're standing up. We're also gonna stand up, you know. So yeah,
I think it's just something new. The fact that usually it's always the American and
yeah.
European players, but now even the Asian players joining in. So I mean, it's nice. It's fun.
Thank you. Uh, More question is to something as well. It's been your first international final since LA. How do you feel about it, and who do you want to face in the final?
I mean, it's three teams fighting for a grand finals, which is like Fnatic, G2, and Wolves. Mm, for us, I guess we don't really mind to play versus three of them, but prefer to play versus Fnatic, I guess, in grand finals if they qualify.
You.
Hello, congratulations. My name is Nerds,
Okay.
independent journalist. My first question is to Alex. Man, I don't know. On Ascent, I was getting flashbacks to Liquid. I hope you weren't as well. On a more technical note, though, what have you been doing with the team to not have that stuff happen? You guys looked a lot cleaner out there, and I just want to get your opinions on what you guys have been working on.
I'm I mean, it's pretty much just a shit ton of for review. Like a lot of talking and some scrims, and then after reviewing the scrims again. Um, a lot of it comes down to nerves and mentality, I think. And because our performance coach over there, I think most people know him by now. He's doing a great job in making sure that we're learning skills that we can use to adapt and overcome these things.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Niall with the Score Esports, and my question is for Alex again. G2 and Fnatic, they're obviously playing right now behind us. We don't know who will face off against Wolves in the lower final just yet, but G2 are the only team who have managed to make it to this point without showing 3 of their maps. Every other team has hid only 1 map, obviously they're Primavans. But if G2 climb their way through the lower bracket and earn the rematch against you guys, are you concerned at all about the fact that you haven't seen them play Sunset, Ascent, or Pearl on this patch? Or do you think that you'll get all of the footage that you need before them?
I mean, there's a BO5 coming, so I trust that Wolves will definitely make it very difficult for whoever comes up. I think Wolves are extremely talented team. Yeah, I'm sure they have to show it on the BO5, so not to worry.
You think the map veto advantage in the final will be efficient enough tomorrow for them?
I don't think they have a map leader advantage. I think it's one ban each. So I just trust that Wolves will make sure that it's a difficult game for them, win or lose.
Okay, thanks, Alex.
Welcome.
Hi there, this is Razor from the VALORANT competitive Reddit community. I have a question for something. You've been instrumental in PRX's resurgence, especially with your stand-up performance on Yoru. But today, on Ascent, fans got to see you return to your signature agent, Jet, after quite some time. First, how enjoyable was it that you got to be back on Jet? Second, from a preparation standpoint, how does your approach differ from when you're playing Jet versus Yoru? And it feels good to see you stand so much up on stage. Thank you.
Thank you for a question. For me, the big difference between Euro and Jet, it's more like I can up this confidence more, I will say, so I have more freedom to pick and stuff because I can escape more easily. For example, when C5 Johnny, right, and I go pick a main, when I do that on Euro, I will most likely I will die, I think, because there is no chance I'm gonna TP away. What else? I forgot.
Preparation.
Preparation. I mean, we do play scrims a lot with this comp. After we changed to Gecko, even before Gecko, we play a lot. Me on Jet, KO, Fate, and stuff. So we just need to. We did play few Ascents before Wolves, and that's it.
Thank you. And then I have a question for the whole team. Seems at first you guys were laughing off at the Wolves standing up in the first round wins, but after, pretty soon you guys were bringing it back, matching the energy. Still a very close game on Lotus. On a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 is the cat name. How good was the team mental during Lotus?
Oh, I think not too good. I would say coming to Lotus, I think we were quite pressure
Hmm.
and panicky. So I think maybe somewhere like 5 to 6. And I think bound to happen when, especially there's a stake on the line, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, thankfully that after the first half, we managed to get our tops back together and managed to close it out. So yeah, I think very good job from the boys.
Thank you.
Hello, Sierra Zobi, freelance esports commentator. This question goes over to Forsaken. It felt like you were on your feet a lot more than normal today, engaging with the Wolves players on stage. Was that simply out of enjoyment for the moments leading up to another grand finals appearance, or what about Wolves brought out that activity?
Yeah, I mean, if they like stand up, I really like to stand up as well, you know. So it's gonna be like exciting match, you know. And yeah, I mean, I say in the interview, I think like the features, if they stand up, I'll stand up. Maybe we like yell each other, you know. So the match is like gonna be banger and stuff. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, Station 2 and freelance journalist. My question is for Coach Alex. So there's going to be a third international grand final. What are the nuances of entering the grand final coming from the upper bracket, from your experience? And how do you go into this third grand final, not repeating history and finally being able to lift the trophy this time around?
I mean, the real problem we have is every grand final we've gone to, we have a perma ban. So everyone knows we're going to remove that. And then it comes down to whether we want to play our weaker maps or whether we want to play their weaker maps, so to speak. I'm very happy to say that I think we have 6 good maps now. Compared to last time, I feel that every grand final we've gone to, we were really, really world class in like 2 or 3 maps. And then the other 3 maps was a toss up, you know. So that gives us a lot more anxiety. I think this time we're gonna be as prepared as we can be. I think the boys are ready to win this time. If in the past, I think we got there, you know, by surprising everyone. This time, I think we are way more well-rounded team. I think we have a better coaching staff. You know, everyone is prepped, and we have a lot of external help. Yeah, I think we're ready.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, Joe with VLR. This question's for Forsaken. You were tied with something across the server for the most first kills. Although you weren't on duelists, you were on some roles that might not normally see these interactions. How confident were you in these fights that you were taking on some of these roles that you just might not normally see these first interactions as much?
I mean, in terms of aim, I think today I would say I'm really confident because when I warm up, I can see that I play like really confident today, and with my aim, when I was warming up, it's really good today. And yeah, I think today is my like sharpest day, you know, in terms of aim. So I'm really, really confident about it.
Thank you.
Hello, Gabriel Noda from App Trigger. My first question is to Alex. So I'm pretty sure map 1, there was a Devi Ace. So on the broadcast,
Yeah, okay.
you know, you weren't too happy about that ace. I would like to know what was going through your mind when that ace happened.
No, I'm not upset. Like, I'm more upset that he had to do that to get us across the line because it's a blunder that we've done in practice before. And it gets and there's a communication problem in that very moment as well. Like Pat was talking to Davai or someone else, and they weren't aligning, and everyone was panicking, and that was where I got really upset. And then he aced, but I was really like, oh my god, you know, like we really lucked out there. Yeah, so that's why my reactions are. I mean, I'm really really happy for him, first international ace, you know. But fortunately, that was my reaction.
My second question is to Forsaken. So Forsaken, you are headed to the grand finals. So I just want to know what prepared you today for this match? What did you do today to prepare for such a big match like today?
mean, I think for me personally, I just do like my normal routine, you know, and like I watch some of their demo, what habit they did, And yeah, we just like bring it into our match today and be confident, I would say. I think confidence is really important for this match, so you can like aim well, shoot head well. So yeah.
And my final question is to Kuya Pacman. So last time we talked, you were told by Forsaken that you were gonna eat Jollibee as a celebration meal. So after getting to the grand finals, what is your celebration meal today?
Jollibee.
Jollibee again. Maybe order some Filipino meal again. Yesterday me, Jason, and JJ ate Filipino food, so maybe Filipino food again.
Thanks so much.
Hello, guys. Pedro Romero, independent journalist. First off, congrats on the W, moving on to the grand finals third time
Thank
in
you.
this team's history. I got two questions. First one is gonna send it over to Alex. More so specifically looking into map one. Obviously, Lotus has been team's strongest map in this year so far. Still though, like Wolves made it very difficult, even sending it to overtime. Walk me through how difficult that first map was for yourself and the rest of the team. You know, how did you kind of view the vibes from the team and how you guys were able to go overcome that? And then how did that then carry over to map two, where you guys obviously had a much more cleaner showing in that second map?
I mean, we knew that this game is very high stakes, you know. Whoever gets the grand finals has veto advantage. We don't really want to play Haven. That kind of thing weighs on your mind when you go into these games and you start a little bit slow. Also, I think Wolves had a very nice game plan. It was pretty much the usual thing, but it was different in the sense that like, we're not used to playing teams that like to insert people everywhere and then make it really difficult to find like kills. I think we expected Spring to be a little bit more aggressive than he was, so we couldn't find him, and that was bothering us a bit on the first half. Second half, I think it was tight because we started panicking a little bit. I think we could have held our nerve a little bit better in terms of certain calls that we made. But by and large, I think by the time the score became like 10-10, I think they were pretty calm, and we knew that like we had a good chance going in after that.
And my second question, more so gonna be like for the rest of the team, everybody, if you guys would like to answer. It's interesting looking at PaperX's journey into this grand finals, you know, in this tournament specifically, like heading into today or heading into this competition, many people kind of looked at you guys as maybe like somewhere in the middle table of standing. You guys have been able to overcome those expectations in a lot of ways, kind of similar to like the entire story of this org in general. You know, like W Gaming, how is that supposed to work? You know, going so fast like everybody else, but shouldn't make sense. But it makes sense for you guys moving on, competing, and doing well in competitions. Same kind of process here. This team having Pacman, maybe you guys will be strong against a decent amount of teams, but here you guys are now in the grand finals. So what I want to ask you guys in an overall general sense, what are the things that don't make sense to everybody else make sense to you guys specifically?
Pretty tough question. I mean, I think we see the game in. We try to simplify the game compared to what everyone else does. I think we see it in the sense we see it in a way like how to play after we get kills, whereas everyone else seems to try and play perfectly. You know how to make sure that the map is manipulated in their favor. Where we try to figure out how to make sure that we maximize our first kills or at least maximize our trades. I think we're really good in 4v4, 3v3, 3v4 situations. I think that's our strength. And that's also why we put a lot of focus on.
Anybody else like to chime in?
What makes sense or not?
I don't know. I think we just love to play Valorant differently, you know, like we don't really care about the percentage. If we think that it's gonna work, then we coming for you. Those kind of concept.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I guess it's overall our playstyle. It's more like freedom rather than playing like
Yeah.
structure and stuff. But of course, you need to also control your freedom because some shit might happen, you know, in the round.
So yeah.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hi there. Two more questions from the Valcomp Reddit community. For Alex or Forsaken, congrats on the win. The narrative that PRX has had a difficult time closing out finals and often ends second is well known. What, if any, steps are you taking to keep the players' heads clear and not get up in the failures of the past? Not get caught up in.
I mean, I've always told the boys that I believe they'll make many finals in their careers, be it domestic or international. I still believe it to this day, and I hope that. I guess my message to my boys is that I hope that they don't see this as the be all and all that we have to win. You know, like if it's our time, it's our time. If not, we will make another final. We'll get that. We'll get it that one. We'll get that one. I think this time we are a little bit more experienced. You know, we're not gonna let the situation overwhelm us, and we will make sure that we come in. And if we do end up playing the finals, it will be our best Valorant, and the better team will have to be us.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, anything?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, I always like say since the against Heretic that we're gonna go far if we win against them, and now we are here in the finals. But I would say, I think for this time we're gonna prepare, and we're gonna prepare ourselves as well. So like we have to be like always confident, you know, and with a good mental health and stuff. So I think this time we ready. Yeah.
Thank you. And then my second question is to Forsaken, kind of lighthearted. The amount of USB disconnects we've been hearing from you after winning and standing up this event is insane. Most notably, one was your match against Team Liquid, first round of overtime, where you clutched against Patatech. You stood up and the keyboard disconnected, but you held down the diffuse right before it disconnected, so the diffuse kept going. I think this might be because of
Yeah.
lag.
I mean,
I'd hate for you to lose a clutch because of standing up, so can you please chill it down a little bit?
I mean, he needs a new USB cable. That's
yeah, I think it's just my cable.
his
like,
cable is
yeah.
broken.
But it's okay. Maybe it's
Just-
the buff cable.
It just needs to last one more match.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we are going to take some questions. Oh, yeah, we are going to take some questions on the call. Rosesa, you go first.
Right. PRX. Hello, I'm Rosesa. Congratulations for the win. Like to ask to Coach Alex, as Davai mentioned that actually on Lotus, you guys are quite pressure, but I would like to know what was your pep talk during the halftime after losing 7-5 on the first half of Lotus?
I think we just reminded him part of the game plan, and then we had a quick talk about what we need to say to each other. It wasn't as
Aligned,
aligned as it should be. And then after that, it's just about self-confidence and belief, and I think managed to get through to them.
Okay. One more question for second will be in bahasa Indonesia. Jason, selamat atas kemenangannya melawan Wolves. Rex Regungkeon sempat mention bahwa saat mereka scrim Wolves sedang jago-jagonya pas sebelum berangkat ke Toronto. Menghadapi Wolves Esports di babak upper bracket final, merasa ke pressure nggak dengan Cinderella story mereka, kemudian gimana perasaannya setelah mengalahkan mereka di upper bracket final?
Kalau secara pribadi, kalau pressure sebenarnya enggak, soalnya kita juga sering stream lawan mereka, kita ngerti cara main mereka dan segala macam. Tapi kalau pressure enggak, soalnya gua kayak percaya sama tim kayak 100% kalau kita kayak better team gitu.
Okay. Once again, congratulations for the win, and I wish you best of luck in the grand final.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Next question goes to Arnab.
Hey guys, likewise, congrats on the win. My question is
Yeah.
for Pacman and Jason. Pacman, on the first map, you had a pretty slow start, but on the second map, going forward, you again became the Batman everyone talks about. I want to know when you perform, when you have a low performance, how does the team and now your team's current IGL Forsaken helps you to like lift up your mood or bring back that confidence that you require?
Of course, like I mean, from scrim to tournament, I mean, I'm just trying to reset every round. It's like I don't wanna think about the past mistakes. So every time like I made a mistake from early, I just try to forget about it and just shake it up, and try to try to do my best like for the next round. And I think the one thing that helped me to back my confidence again on second map, like maybe after the clash, is because I know the boys still believe for me and they all trusting me. So yeah.
If Alex and Jason can add on it, that would be great.
I mean, he has sports background, so I think he's very used to the competition. I don't think he's ever overwhelmed by the situation. I mean, in the past, yes, it's imposter syndrome because yeah, you suddenly the world's eyes are on you and there's a lot of pressure. And especially from your team as well, you want to make sure your teammates like you. So anytime anyone joining in a team in the city will have this problem. And I think he's overcome it already. So he's part of the boys. And I think he naturally is a very self-confident person. We see his personality more and more on stage. We also see he's getting way closer to the boys in the rest of the team, making jokes and stuff. At the start, he was really quiet, and now like I feel that he's been doing a great job.
Amazing. Thank you guys and best of luck for grand finals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Last question from the media, Miguel.
Thank you. First of all, congratulations on the win, guys, and
Thank
reaching the
you.
grand final. My name is Miguel Soriano from Sons of KS in Latin America. My question would be for Coach Alex, and I allow myself to make a small recap. Back in 2023, after the Champions Grand Final, you guys were like candidates for everything. I mean, every competition you stepped in, you were like one of the biggest names in the competition. You had a rough 2024 with some early eliminations in the international events. And then there was like a bit of a turmoil in which PRX was not appearing as often as people would want to. Right now, you have managed to regain the team to like keep that essence of yours, of that randomness, of that chaotic play style. So what would you say were like the key factors to achieve this, having almost the same group, except for the incorporation of Pacman? What would you say were the keys to regain the competitiveness of the team, having the same essence, and right now reaching your third grand final?
I think after 2023, we were on top of the world. We were one of the only teams that didn't change roster into 2024. You feel as though you can do anything when this happens. No, we did change roster actually. We had Chaya join us, and he was a great addition, very, very positive kid. And because of that, we felt as though we could just continue our momentum. When Zing came back, that resetted everything, right? We were back to our roster. It feels as though we can do anything, but turns out that the weight of expectation is extremely heavy. And I think we broke under it a little bit. Because we couldn't hit the highs that we wanted to hit as well. We fell into a little bit of a spiral. Everything became a mistake. Everyone wanted to do a little bit better in certain situations. We wanted to change our play style. We wanted to be more disciplined. I think after 2024, coming to 2025, when we tried to reset back to our own basics and what we believe in, I think everything started to flow again. And also because something really amazing happened, I'm sure. But because Pat joined, his renewed energy, and I think that really, really helped. And also Mindfreak has been an amazing addition to my coaching staff, whether he likes it or not. I think he is very, very capable of helping everyone in practice. And I think they all look up to him as well, as a very experienced player. And he's been a great help. I think all these little things, I think the experience of having a terrible year, by all things considered, by our standards, it was a terrible year. Even though we made every event, I think the highs of 2023, the lows of 2024 helped us to be where we are today. I think having a performance coach like Panda really helps. I think the fact that our organization believed in us and told us that take as long as we need to figure things out. You know, gives us a lot of security and allows us the opportunity to work on our game. I think also want to thank the fans. You know, like even though we had a shit year, let's be real. I think everyone was behind our backs, and it really pushed us forward to where we are now.
Well, thank you and best of luck for the grand final. Hope to see you lifting the
Thank
trophy
you.
this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we are going to take some questions from the fans.
Yeah, hi, PRX. I'm Chris. I'm from China. And first to say, 我爱你，我们爱你们所有人. This is a lot from VTTC and a lot from all the Chinese fans. So
Thank
good
you,
luck.
Seni.
Thank you. And here's a question for Jason. Every time we see you dream on the match day and B-box before the match day, do you think the dream buff and the B-box buff truly exist or works? So it's for your question. Thank you.
For me, I think I believe on that kind of stuff. I think the gym buff, I mean, exercise is really good for your like physique and health, you know. So yeah.
Thank you. Congratulations again, PRX, for your qualified for the finals, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.